there's certain places in the world where there's quite a few wealthy people, and they think because they have all the money that they have all the power, and that the other person will just sort of fall in line. They can have like this misconception. But in actuality, people are real human beings with real human feelings, and if you're not financially involving another person, they're gonna go look for some satisfaction. They're going to try to find a way to get some fulfillment. I have seen before studies on places like, for instance, Dubai, where there's actually a higher rate of women cheating and sleeping around than men. Not to disparage women, but the reason for it is the dynamics there are very interesting in that in Dubai in specific, the majority of the men who are hanging around the women are wealthy. And the men have this concept of, hey, you know what? I make a lot of money. I give the girl an allowance. You know, she's getting, you know, something out of this by me providing a certain lifestyle. So obviously she's going to be loyal. She's going to do, you know, things the way I would like, and she's going to go along with it. When in reality, she's just bored or maybe even resentful, and there's no balance to the relationship, so she looks elsewhere. I've seen before people who, like, they just don't understand that if one person earns way more and the other person earns way less, or maybe doesn't even earn, that they still have value and they still add value to the relationship. And that it should be proportional. And not just proportional in, oh, this person earns a ton of money, so they pay a ton of the bills, and then this person earns almost no money, so they pay almost no bills. I'm talking proportional in, would this person even want this kind of lifestyle if you weren't insistent? Because you can afford it, and you want it, you do it. And are they even happy? Do they even actually want that? Like, why are you insisting that they pay part towards something that they don't even want? And you look at people who do that and you say, hey, let's invert this, okay? What if you get laid off tomorrow? Right now, this person only earns like $5,000 a month and you earn $30K a month, okay? They're earning next to nothing compared to you. It's very small. But if you get laid off tomorrow, you're bringing in $0.00. Suddenly they're the one bringing in all the money. Are you going to then turn over all financial control to them? Are you going to just accept that they're in charge now and you won't be in charge again until you earn more? Would you want them to treat you the way that you've been treating them? I've seen this before with people who like, for instance, I had a girlfriend where I paid for almost everything while she was in college, and then when she got out of college, she earned a lot. And so it made really a lot of sense to us that we didn't treat each other that way, because it can change. Who has the most money can change. Who is bringing in the most money can change. Life has ups and downs, and you need to think about, if you're one of the people who is assuming that because you have lots of money that the other person's falling in line, you need to think about the fact that life has ups and downs. People change. Their needs change. They can get fed up with stuff. They can get bored. They can get frustrated. And would you want to be treated the way that you are treating them? Like, flat out. A relationship's meant to be a partnership. It's meant to be a coupling. And if you see a future with this person, they need to have a say in what that future looks like. You guys need to find out if you're on the same page about what that future looks like. And if you think that they're just gonna sit around and wait around to do any little thing that you want because you have the money, there is so much more to life than just dollar signs. It's not just in Dubai that this happens. It just happens to be a researched thing for how it happens in Dubai. But in actuality, this happens all over the place. You try to stifle someone and over-control someone. You try to overinflate how powerful you are. You're just asking for a big, hard hit. You are asking for a fall. and you're gonna fall hard. People don't like to be manipulated. They don't like to be anyone's servant. There's a difference between serving someone temporarily because they're having a hard time, and you're going out of your way to help take care of them. There's a big difference between that and perpetually thinking, oh yeah, in perpetuity, this person is just going to do whatever I say. And I'm going to lord over them with my money. I encourage people to get prenups, but I encourage people to get prenups with clauses. Because if you get a prenup that says, oh yeah, you walk away with exactly how much you had when you entered the marriage, that's gonna not in any way, shape, or form give any credit to how much that relationship brought and how much value that person brought when they came into your life. So I always say, you know, watch out if they say they will not do a prenup with a clause, any kind of clauses, because that means they want to use that prenup as a threat. Ha, ha, you can't leave or else you lose everything because everything's mine. On the other hand, I have seen people lose everything. When I was growing up, there was a multimillionaire, he was worth over 100 mil in the 90s. And he had a horrible marriage. And when she finally divorced him, she took so much that it almost destroyed him. He almost lost everything, like his corporation, like everything. And, you know, he never married again. He was distraught after that. He had no trust because he hadn't gotten a prenup. So I've seen it go both ways. I have seen the person who got robbed, and I have seen the person who's been oppressed. And I'm saying prenup with clauses is a way to have that be more balanced, and you can protect both people. But in reality, a relationship is a partnership. In reality, this person is not your enemy. You're not supposed to be treating them in any way that's not kind or loving, like in actuality. And that's not to say that there won't be moments you have arguments, or that sometimes you guys accidentally say something not good to each other. There's misunderstandings, miscommunications. It happens. People aren't always at their best. You have days that just, it was a bad day, and you get home and they didn't realize it was a bad day, and they're suddenly on your case, and soon enough, you guys are just not okay with each other. It happens. But if it is a constant thing where money is being used to lord over someone else, really, really, really consider what's gonna happen if that ever inverted. How would that person treat me? Because they might not treat me very nice based on how I've been treating them. How would I want it to be if it was the roles reversed, and bring it more into a balanced place?